Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to Movie Notions. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Mudbound. So I was looking for a movie this morning to watch, and I came across this on Netflix, and I decided, why not? I'll give it a shot. And first off, let me say it is a very, very well done movie. I highly enjoyed watching it. The story was very well done. The actors did a great job and everything. But I want to talk about a couple things about it. First off, basic synopsis of the plot without giving anything away. We have two families. We have a Caucasian family and an African American family. And the Caucasian family has bought the land that the African American family has worked on for a long, long time. So the Caucasian family are the McAllens, okay, led by the patriarch Henry with his wife Laura. And then the Jacksons are the African American family. So we are going to talk a little bit about how that all works. But the interesting thing about this is it's not just a flick involving that. It also had another story to the underlying story of that. From the McAllen family, you have Jamie McAllen, who's the younger brother of Henry, who has gone off to war to fight in World War II. He flies planes in the European theater near the end of it, and also at the same time, Ronzel Jackson, who is the eldest son of the African American family, also is off on war. He is driving tanks under the direction of General Patton. So they have this and they come back, and that all happens in the first 20 or 30 minutes of the movie, and that sets all of this up. So not only is it a sort of racially charged movie, but it also involves these two soldiers coming back with different aspects of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and how they're coping with that. They actually get together and become friends with that, which causes even more issues through the rest of it, which is really what drives the story, is that. Now, the one person I have to give a really big shout out to in this movie is Carey Mulligan. She played Laura McAllen, the wife of Henry, so the matriarch of the family. And while her character was not completely involved in all of these stories, it really was the one that drove the story forward and really held the stories together. It was the one thing that was constant through all of it. Really, like I said, really a background character when you look at the movie itself. Doesn't drive the main points, but really is the part that brings it all together. And she has done a phenomenal job with this. If it was up to me, I haven't seen all the movies come out this year. I've only seen a select few. I'm seeing more and more as we get closer. But from the movies I've seen, she definitely deserves at least a thought towards an Academy Award nomination, if not a win. But that's not what we're here to talk about. The one thing that I will say with this movie, and before I say anything, this is not a knock on any sort of these issues at all. Is just me talking about the movie itself. The way it was put together, it really felt like it was meant to be Oscar bait. And what I mean by that is it really wanted to focus on the social issues of today and how it was back then, which is great. Okay, we need to talk about a lot of those. That is fine. But what I had an issue with was the fact that there were so many in this movie. Okay, it went over the racial part of it. It went over post-traumatic stress disorder with the different soldiers and everything. But it also went over family values and trying to value your family when you also have a work life. It went over trying to choose between your parents versus the modern day everything. It also tried to go over, is technology really better than handcrafted or hand done stuff? I mean, it attacks all of these, and some of them are really, really underdeveloped. They were only focused on with like one or two lines or one or two scenes in the whole thing, and really didn't develop anywhere past a mention of it. And that aspect of it all being there reminds me of a line from another movie I absolutely love, which is The Fellowship of the Ring, where Bilbo's talking about what the ring has done to him, and he says he feels like butter scraped over too much bread. And that's really what these issues felt like. I didn't mind the issues at all. I applaud you for bringing them all forward. But at the same time, when it comes to actual movie making, I felt like the fact there were so many of them put into this one sort of thing, that you could have focused more on a couple and really made a bigger impact on all of that. I know I'm talking to movie makers right now, but also to the audience. This is kind of what I felt with all of it. I think if you had stuck to just strictly the racial tensions and the PTSD, if that was all that was in this movie, I think it would have been a fantastic movie. I mean, it was a fantastic movie. I'm not saying it was a bad movie. No, this was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed how they represented a lot of them. I just thought there was a lot to it, and it was really hard to follow at times because it was, okay, are they trying to talk about this? They're trying to do this. Where is all of this in the grand scheme of things? But here's what you want to know. I always know exactly what my audience is wanting. First off, was it a good movie? Yes, it was a good movie. Was it entertaining? Okay, it was a good movie, but when the entertainment value came, it was very deep. There was a lot of thought to it. It's not one of those you go just to have fun. There's a lot to this movie. Would I recommend it? Yes. If you're a movie lover, I highly recommend this. If you're interested in any of the issues that I've talked about in here, make sure you check it out as well. It's very well done. When it comes to age appropriateness for this, like I said, there was a lot of deep concepts here. There was a lot of like big concepts and concepts that really older people would need a little bit of experience, or not experience, but a little bit of, I don't know, wisdom, or experiences. That's probably what I was looking for. Need to have experienced things in life to understand and really get what's going on. So I mean, while it was a great movie, and I wish that a lot of people could see it, I would not recommend this movie for anybody that was younger than 16 or 17 who has actually lived a little bit of life, so they know kind of what's going on. And at the same time, if you are a parent of one of these people that is interested in it, I would be expecting a lot of questions, possibly, if they're any younger than that, or even if they're at that minimum. I would just be prepared to have a conversation about these things, which we need to. This movie is great about that. Just be aware that this will probably happen if you go. But anyway, like I said, great movie. Really check it out. That's Mudbound. It's available on Netflix right now at the end of November of 2017. So thanks for watching, guys. If you could, please drop a like down there, and also comment and subscribe to me. Also, God bless all of you, and that's a wrap.